Okay, and I think we are live. So, hello everyone. Hi, Jeremy. Mwah. Hi, brother. Johan. And we have bottle caps. Did you bring the bird? Laura, hello. I am not late, Jeremy. Hi, Jackie. Good to see you. I was not late. Someone kept me on the phone. Hello. So I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing pretty cold here in Alberta. It's really, really cold, like really nipply. So yeah, I hope you all had a good week last week and a good weekend. And last week I talked about how to harness the real energy with the rune Kenaz, and I mentioned that I will talk about the herb that you can smudge with it as a support. Hey, that way. And yeah, so since Kenaz is a fire rune, I decided to go with the cinnamon as well as the cowslip, or it's also a primrose, but they're different kind of primroses. So that one is called the cowslip, and they're both associated with the sun. So that's why I decided to pick those for that. Besides, cinnamon has a lot of health benefits as well, not only for smudging that I'm getting into in a bit. It also has a lot of health benefits, like it's an antibacterial. It's good if you have cough. It helps you cough up. It makes you go pee so you can flush out the system. It's very good for diabetes. It's one of the best ever to lower your diabetes. Of course, it's very warming, right? It's good for weak heart, for cough, if you have concentration issues. What else? Stomach cramps, muscle cramps. If you feel sick, if you feel a little nauseous, it helps you for that. Toothache, it's like a lot what it can do for you. Hey, Rebel Rocker. Good to see you, girl. So what, bottle caps? You had to bring in 3 of your garden hoses? Oh, God. Is it that cold? Like it was minus 33 Celsius here. So I think that's minus 27 Fahrenheit, if I'm correct. So it's really cold. Like, blah. Nope, not for me. Yes, cinnamon is good for cookies too. That's correct. That's interesting. Like, I don't like cinnamon in cookies at all. I don't. It's like, I know that's weird, but I don't like it in cookies, in baked goods. I like it as a tea. I like it in my incense, or I like to sprinkle it on the cream for cappuccino or whatever, but it's weird. I don't like it in cookies. I don't know why. Or in food to cook, I like it too. But I'm just weird. But I'm weird anyways. Everybody knows that. So I'm good, Rebel Rocker. Thank you. So yeah, I start with the cinnamon. I mean, you all know cinnamon, right? As a powder, or the cinnamon sticks. So, and there are different kinds of cinnamon. There are actually 350 kinds of cinnamon. So, but for the smudging, I would like to pick the cassia cinnamon. And some prefer the Ceylon, but I like the cassia. It's a little sweeter in the aroma, but you can figure out what you prefer for yourself, right? So And Ceylon might be a little easier to smudge. So if you get a little closer than the cassia one, but you're not supposed to stuff your schnaas anyways into the incense. So maybe to talk about quick, what is cinnamon, right? It's like those little cinnamon sticks that you see. It's actually the peeled and dry bark of thin branches of the cinnamon trees. And they grow up to, well, the Chinese cinnamon tree, which is the cassia, he grows up to 3 meters, which is about 9 something feet. And how they make those little rolls, the cinnamon rolls, the sticks, they cut off the crops 2 meters to 2 meters in length, and then the bark is stripped off and fermented, and then it dries for 1 to 2 days, and the outer and inner layers of bark are then they remove then, and then whatever remains they clean and dry it in the sun. So, and this creates a shape we know, right? They roll them up a bit, and then they just stick several pieces of those to each other, and that's how they come out. So, and the best quality is when they're really bright and when they're like thinner pieces. So yeah, and you should store them never like in direct sunlight. That's actually with every herb, with every dry herb. Like, don't put it like directly into the sun. I store mine all in a cabinet. So dry. If you have them in a glass, really put them in the cabinet. And yeah, that's, other than that, they lose color, they lose flavor, they lose their supplements, right? Hey, brother, Grey Wolf. See, Greg. Yes, fire, right? I've heard there even broomsticks made out of cinnamon wood. So let me just see if I didn't miss anyone. So yeah. So what does a cinnamon do for you? Like I said, Kenaz is working a lot in the solar plexus because it's a fire rune, and cinnamon is connected with the sun, with the warmth, right? So when you burn the cinnamon bark, you just smell it, you actually get already the whole spectrum of the cinnamon, and and it smells a little more tardy or earthy than the grinded cinnamon. So, but it is very sweet and soft and warm from the inside. So, I mean, it makes you soft. It makes you soft and warm from the inside. So, especially your solar plexus, like I said, right? It makes you kind of feel safe and peaceful, and it makes you like to want to snuggle up. You know, it's so, right? And for smudging, you can use either the whole cinnamon stick or the powder, or even those cassia flowers. You can see them on the picture as well. So it really doesn't matter, except that the stick, the full piece is a little more earthy. And if you use the whole cinnamon stick, the whole bar, it helps you more to ground and to calm down. And also, what I forgot to mention, cinnamon is also an antidepressant. So what else? Yeah, besides solar plexus, it opens your heart because it's connected, right? Solar plexus and heart, it's very connected, and it lets the love in. So when you smudge cinnamon, it creates really positive vibes and energies. It might help you to create more spiritual skills, such as divination. So, and like I said, the properties of cinnamon, that the range is so wide. It goes from healing, for loving, for protection, psychic, you know. So, and if you smudge cinnamon, it's also very beneficial for your respiratory tract, because I mentioned before it helps you cough up. So not even as a tea, even when you smudge it. So it has a health benefit there as well. So yeah, it's really nice. Hey, Shannon, sweetie. Oh, you eat it every day, see, Greg? Mm-hmm. How about the cinnamon challenge when you put a big spoon of it in on your tongue? Yeah, that's a challenge. You go first. Yeah, and please make sure you video it. I want to see. Nor the gray wolf. I offer it to my fairies and gnomes a lot with honey. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, gray wolf, it's good for the respiratory tract. Even as a tea, it helps you cough up. I mentioned that in the beginning. I don't think you've been here. So it helps you really cough up when you have like stuff sitting there from bronchitis or whatever. So, hey, Richard. Yeah, you like the silent cinema. Yeah. See, I like the cassia more. That's what I mean. Like everybody has their own little, um, now I forgot the English word. Everybody likes something else. Let's put it this way. But you know what I mean. Hey, Scratch, alien. Bottle caps. Vic Vapor Up, yeah. Yeah, put Vic Vapor Up under your nose, after you were blowing your nose forever. No, you should do that with Tiger Balm. I did that once years ago when I wasn't into herbs. Like my nose was all stuffed and I couldn't sleep. And I thought, hey, I just put some Tiger Balm, the tiger oil. You probably heard about it. I put it on a Q-tip and I decided I just shove it up my nose to clean up my nose. If you haven't seen a rodeo, you would have seen it then. Anna! Oh, I totally forgot about your staff meeting, Anna. You even told me this morning. Don't worry. You get home safe. Oh, yes, Grey Wolf. I put the tiger in the nose. Yeah. But like I said, that was years ago. I think I was 17 or something. Totally duh. Trust me, I never did that again. I haven't touched that shit ever since again. Never. That really hurt. Holy mother. So what else? If you work with if you smudge the cinnamon and you work together with Kenaz, and it can, or without Kenaz, it's up to you, right? I like to bring it in. Cinnamon can bring also happiness into the home. It brings back a little more balance and love and warmth through all those flavors that it has. And since it's so loving and warm, you can also use it for love incense, right? To bring a little more stimulation into the game, because it's good for the production of pheromones and it increases the pleasure. So it's very stimulating and revitalizing. Holy mother, I have to look for a herb that makes me stop mumbling. So, and yeah, it really makes you more balanced, and relaxed and creative, which is all really related, I find, for me in the solar plexus, right? Because if this is out of balance, then you can't love, you can't feel the warmth, you're angry, and you get sick, you block the path to your heart chakra, I find. So And of course, there is no room for pleasure or joy or anything, right? So it's really definitely a mood lifter. So yeah, and if we can't make the right decision, like we know from our gut, right, that something is off, or we need to make a decision and we'll need a little more push to make the judgment call, it can help you with that as well. So what else? Forgiveness. Yeah, forgiveness is a blocker, right? Forgiveness throws you off the balance. So yeah, what cinnamon does, it helps you also to open your heart a little more, and it gives you therefore the opportunity to forgive, which is very, very important, I find. And I think we've all been in that situation before, right, that we need to forgive. So I mean, I've been there before. So, and here and there, I'm still working on it, but it got better. So, I mean, I work, like I said, a lot with the runes, with Odin, with Heal. Like I mentioned, those are my guides, and I get runes shown to work with when it comes to me, or even like general energy, right? So, yeah, but to forgive is to forgive someone or a situation is very important to move on, because other than that, it will eat you up alive. I'm not saying that you have to be like, I will never think about what you did to me, and or ever to talk to those people again that did whatever. But just for your inner peace, it's better if you forgive. I mean, I forgave some people, but I will never talk to them again in my life. I just move on, because there's nothing wrong with moving on and walking away. It's just the forgiveness is for you, not for them. It's for your own inner peace. And that always keep in mind, right? Yeah, Laura. Yeah, forgive in the heart and the solar plexus. For me, personal, they're very close, the heart and the solar plexus, right? They're very close together. So, and that's why I feel, but again, that's just my personal opinion. They need to be both unblocked and free so the flow can go. So, but that's just like my opinion. Hey, Dick, I didn't see you. Sorry. Forgive and forget. Yeah. I mean, that's up to you. If you can forget, that's even better. I'm just saying, forgive. I mean, I will never forget certain situations, certain people, and whatever, because for me, I don't even see it as a negative thing. I just take this to look back and say, holy shit, this will never happen to you again, you know? So once a while, I like to look back at certain situations and just say, hey, look at that. That's how far you come. Awesome, you know? And no one will ever do that to you again, or you will never do that again. You know what I mean? So it's not always a negative thing not to forget certain things, if I make any sense. So yeah. Hey, Robin, how are you doing, honey? So, but again, that's just my opinion, right? So that's how I deal with things. I like to look back, and then so yeah, and it's impossible to forget everything, right? But I think the forgiveness part is really important for you. Hey, Persian, thank you. Hey, Persian, I sent you a new request with my new Skype name, just so you know. Oh, and while I have you all here, I didn't have everyone. I know just very few people on Skype. Good thing you showed up, Persian. I totally forgot totally off topic. My Skype got hacked, and so did from another friend. It was used to send Bitcoin text messages, and then the second time sex messages. I'm fully aware of who it is, so I deleted the Skype and opened up another one with no phone number on there, with no Skype credit, so don't even fucking bother to doing it again. So good Persian, I will check it out. So just in case, whoever I had on Skype in my contacts, just make sure you check it out. I'm sure you're safe, because some people are just retarded and they need a little extra cinnamon in their cup of tea. But yeah, bottle caps, don't do that again, will ya? Yeah, no, it wasn't cool. It was totally not cool. And a lot of shit happened before that too. And I just had it. And I know the people behind it by now. So that's all I say, because I'm not talking about drama on my channel. I just wanted to give a warning in case I had someone on Skype, right? Because luckily Persian showed up. Right, Robin? Yeah, they need more than a little a kick to the giblets. Yeah, I like that. Johan! So, okay, let's continue with the cinnamon, shall we? So, because I don't want to feed that. So, but we're worried. Yeah, forgiveness is important. Forgetting is not always necessary, because take it like a little notebook where you can look back and say, holy shit, really? I had them do that to me, or I was such an ass and I did that. You know what I mean? So, or you can just say, hey, that's how far I came. Awesome, right? So, yeah, you say need a cinnamon enema, yeah. Yeah, so that's, yeah, that was that. Yeah, also, the smudging of cinnamon helps you really to reinforce dreams and to remember them. Like, if you know your dream, but you have a hard time remembering your dreams, so that can help it too before you go to bed. So it really helps you. I don't have problems remembering my dreams. I don't. Because sometimes I wake up and I know exactly it wasn't just a dream. I was actually out there and helping and healing, whatever I do usually here in this realm. And, or, I mean, sometimes you might even get a message in a dream, not just predictive dreaming, but like you get a message and you can sort it out. So cinnamon can help you with that as well. So, yeah, what else? If you have a lot of tensions or stress, right? Which again is here, which I talked about, anger, stress, we get tummy issues mostly, right? Or a little lower, your gallbladder, your kidneys, that's all related with the Kenaz that I talked about, where the Kenaz and the vertebrae sits. So, so yeah, the smell will give you back a bit of the inner peace, right? And it will release the stress, even on your nerves. It will calm them down. It will encourage you, your self-confidence a bit, encourages you. Sorry, I can't speak English tonight. And especially in situations where you feel weak and depressed and you think like, I can't handle that situation, which you always can handle some situation. So, and remember, this is when you like to look back in your notebook of the past and say, wow, I managed to do that, right? So that's you need to give yourself a little more credit here and there. Hey, Max. Sorry, someone else came in. What Persian? This is a question for friends in the UK. If you guys pronounce aluminium, then is cinnamon pronounced cinnaminium? This goes to the friends in the UK. I'm a German in Canada. So, so what did Scratch say? Did Scratch answer that? I didn't read it. I missed it. So also, in these times, I noticed a lot of people feel the presence of ancestors, or they feel the presence of something, of guides. It gets very tense. And I found, especially around the last moon, the energy were off the hook. I really didn't like them. This time I didn't like at all. I know it was about manifesting, and so, but yet again, the energy was so tense that you had really a hard time to focus on something positive. So, but again, cinnamon could have helped you with that, but I didn't talk about cinnamon then. Complaints can be sent to my email. Thank you. So, but where was I? The ancestors. So, like Grey Wolf said before, right? He likes to leave it as an offering. So, and the smell will attract your ancestors too. So, and even if you are in the middle of mourning for someone that passed away, it will help you as well. So, and I highly recommend it in this case, because the aroma and the plant of the spirit of this tree, because it's from a tree, right? It helps you to say goodbye, to let go, and to forgive again, right? So, and again, we're back to the inner peace, to the balance. So, and you can go on with a new courage and full of energy. I mean, don't expect it if you smudge it once that everything will be good, right? I'm not saying that. You need to continuously doing that with the meditation, and if you like, with the runes, as I do. So yeah, it just, cinnamon creates a very warm atmosphere. So and it's not only for Christmas time. And of course, as with other, you can nicely blend it with other herbs or resins or whatever you like, right? So it's a really nice one. Right, see, Greg? Ancestors there, yep. Oh, Robin, cinnamon smell reminds me of my great-grand baking. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. Because of its warmth, and most of all remember the smell of cinnamon, right? From the childhood. And again, it's warm because when you bake, it's warm in the kitchen and the smell is warm. So, and you're having a good time baking. So, cinnamon and mandrake attract real love and physical love. Wink, wink. I have learned that leaving an offering with a question, I have visions to answer, and the energy goes to my laptop, teaches me. Don't choke, Scratchy. No choking. So, yeah. What next? Persian. I've heard of Native Americans leaving gifts on trees for Bigfoot, Sasquatch. I wonder if they like spices. I'm pretty sure they do. They probably like everything. Like, it's just I talked with a friend about it the other day. It was just so funny. I had to go grocery shopping. It was that weekend, and I was planning a ritual, and I had nothing. My fridge was like empty because I didn't go shopping due to the pre-energies. I was like totally out of it. Like I was tired and grumpy. Then this Skype shit happened and other crap happened, so I just had it here. And anyways, I had to go shopping, and but I wanted to leave an offering, so I had an apple. So apple it was. So I think whatever comes from the heart counts, right? And if a Sasquatch likes, maybe he likes cinnamon apples. So yeah. Oh, Jeremy, shut up. You weren't even. Oh, here they have cinnamon toothpicks. So, oh yeah, I like the cacao beans, the real ones. But I can't really get them here. But I used to back in Germany where there was a chocolate factory from Lindt, and they used to have the cocoa beans. Beautiful. Scratchy. Yeah, weird things happen, don't they? Sometimes it's just, whoop. Hi, Michael. So, yeah, and if you leave an offering, it doesn't matter. The intent counts, right? So, I mean, if I take some herbs, I leave something there as well. Is it some fruit or whatever you want to leave, or a little salt, you know, as long as it comes from the heart, it doesn't matter what you leave on offering. But thinking about it, since manifestation is such a big thing lately, and I think I explained that before, manifestation is nothing else than doing magic, right? You're working with the real energy, and you're sending out your intentions to the universe, or what you want to receive, and or what you want. So and that's the same with magic. That's why I always say magic has its price. So and that's why I like to leave offerings too. So if you're manifesting, maybe just a suggestion, it's up to you, of course. I'm not saying that's the last final words here and that's the law, but maybe try it with little offerings too, right? For the ancestors, for the spirits, whoever you work with, or just for the universe, it doesn't really matter. And yeah, so I find it very important to do that. So, and of course, same as negative kind of magic, spells, bad intention, bad actions. That karma is actually called the real. It's actually the energy. So you will receive what you send out, right? So that's why I always say, don't do shady things. Respect the runes, respect people. Don't do shady shit behind the scenes. And but some people that are so enlightened still haven't gotten the concept of that. So, but that's not my issue then. Yeah, but I guess you get my point, right? So it doesn't matter if you send out your intentions. Maybe leave a little offering too as an appreciation. So yeah, what else do we have? Yeah, I wanted to talk about the cow's lip. Yeah, it's like a cow and then the lip, the cow's lip. And the Latin word is primula veris. It's like a primrose. And I can tell you the German name too, Schlüsselblume. Now you know, right? So that one was very famous back with the Teutons and the Celts. It was like a spring flower, and it is a spring flower. And they wore it as even as jewelry, or they put it in their drinks, or they smudged it. So, and what the primrose does, what the spirit of this plant does for you, it is like the key between ourself, our, how can I explain that? Our I and the spirit, our self and the spirit. Yeah, I can't explain it better. It's like the divine spark that moves in everything in us, the real, right? So it opens when it is allowed, and the sense of a great big, the wholeness, it yeah, it helps us to communicate with the real, with the energy, with our spirits, with our higher self. So that's the best way I can explain it. It helps you to bring the movement into the situation, right? And brings it in line if it's out of line a bit. Because the same as with magic, is it magic, rituals, manifestations, spells, call it whatever. You send out an intention, you send out the energy, but then you need to let it go. Definitely let it go. Don't go back next day. Or let me just repeat it just to make sure it really got out there. You will mess it up. It will be pew, pew, pew all over, right? So, but if you smudge with a cow's lip, it helps to bring it a bit in line, so it really stays in line. Other than that, I mean, it just goes all over. So what I find. Hey, Steve. Yeah, so but again, this is just my own experience and my recommendations. Of course, right, you have all free will, and I'm not saying what I speak is the law. So I just want to bring that out there. So I mean, it's pretty much still winter time everywhere, but it's very nice for spring rituals, the cow's lip, because it's dedicated to Freya. And as same as with the cinnamon, it helps you to contact your ancestors, but it also helps you to keep unwanted visitors away. And again, this is another thing that's very important these days, because with everything happening, you have those wannabe magicians out there, or you have the manipulators out there. And remember, it doesn't matter, even a bad thought, a bad intention, it's energy thrown out there. 10,000 people manifesting on something. It's the energies are just off right now, and that brings that attracts spirits. I mean, or unwanted visitors, entities, whatever you want to call them, right? And but I mentioned some other resins and herbs for that as well, to keep negativity away before. And also, since I said it communicates, it gives us also the key to ourself, so that we can take a closer look at certain situations. And again, like cinnamon, it helps us to increase our self-confidence again, right? And also works against depression, because it carries the energy of the sun. And it's, yeah, like I mentioned before, it's protective, and also used for fertility rituals. Spring, right? When everything starts growing. And again, you can also smudge that nicely with other herbs and incense, like as you want to. Hey, Pyramid, I missed you to say hello. Yes, it does, Pyramid. So drive safe, Dick. Don't read and drive, please not. Oh, here's a question. Persian. Anya, do you ever play music during rituals? Yeah, absolutely. I play music. I either play music, certain music, or I drum. I have a drum. So I like to drum. I like to chant myself. I like to sing runes. So sometimes I just hum. Sometimes I just start dancing. Well, I don't want to call it dancing, but yeah, I listen to my own rhythm. It's hard to explain Persian, but I do listen to music. But I don't like binaural beats. Me personal. I'm not saying they're bad and wrong. I'm just saying me personal. I don't like them. They make me nervous. I don't like meditation music, the typical angel spa meditation music. It doesn't do anything for me. Just for me, I'm not calling it bad, so no one gets it wrong, but it just doesn't tickle me. It just, yeah, I like Norse stuff, like, and I like the drums. I really like drums. So, Vonnie X, hey, any suggestion for protecting front doors? Black salt. You can put black salt there. You can put all kind of plants or herbs there. You can put rosemary bushes. You could put mugwort bushes. Yeah, I named a few in other videos, Vonnie. But salt always does the trick. Black salt, you can make it yourself. I don't know if you smudge, but if you smudge with charcoal, you can take the charcoal and mix it with sea salt. But you want to take a jar for it, because I did that before. Mixed it in my mortar. So you can buy it, of course. And no, Anya, you know truth serum, you better start talking. I know one or two little spells. Yeah, Persian, did that answer your question with the music? So I'm just scrolling through if I missed any. I can't talk today. If I missed any questions. Oh, Scratch, I struggle with names too. It's I don't know. It's my weakness. I remember every phase and every word that was said. I actually have a memory like an elephant, but names, it's like I'm bad with names. So Pyramid 7. If you're slicing jalapeno, cinnamon peppers, wash your temples. Ouchie. Yeah, Vani, you can use sea salt, and you can charge it with your own energy. You put the intentions of it in it, what you want to keep away from the house, and but I prefer black salt. Black salt is very strong. If you can't make it yourself because you don't have the ingredients, or even if you have a fireplace, you can take some of the ashes as well. But you can purchase it too. There's some other powders that are protective, but I don't want to mention them here yet. Hi, Josie. Are you making soup? I want a soup. Hi, Charles. How are you doing? So, I hope I didn't miss any questions. If so, I apologize already, but I don't think I did, right? Yeah. Yeah, black obsidian. Yeah, I got the one from Anna here. I got a nice obsidian. And I have another one from Anna. It's a golden obsidian. It's a star, but my little ring kind of broke, so I have to fix it. I have to get some copper or something to fix it. I like obsidian. Yeah, that's one of Anna's, Scratchy. That one. It's really nice and it feels so good. So, right? Of course you would have noticed. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. I hope you liked it or liked the information. I know it's not a spectacular resin or anything, but yet it's helpful and it should be appreciated. I like to pick stuff that we have in our kitchen cabinet as well, right? Because that's how I started with my kitchen cabinet. When everything started, I literally started with my kitchen cabinet. At one point, I just looked at it and I was like, they should be good for something else than just soup or stew. And then I started researching, and that's how it all started. So, yeah. Oh, and today I have to show you. I have to show you guys this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This is too cool. Yeah, did you all see my sweater that is hanging there to dry? Cool, huh? So, here, look at that. You can't really see it. It's jade. It's green jade. It's a jade water mug. How cool is that? My friend Trisha and me, we got one from our friend Andy. He's Chinese, and his dad, he deals with jade. And he got us that. A jade water mug. How cool is that? Like, that's like unreal, isn't it? So, I know, I've never seen a jade water mug. I'm so royal now. I bet I don't break it. So it's really cool. And it's for water. I just have to rinse it out a bit, but it's real jade. It's heavy. So that will be fun drinking water out of that. Yeah, it's heavy, Scratch. It's really heavy. But it's really nice. It's cool and it warms as soon as you hold it in your hand, just as jade is supposed to do. So that's really cool. So, alrighty. Okay, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, I will talk about the rill again and the next rune. I'm not too sure yet which rune. It will come to me. Whatever I feel important is important at this time. Yeah. I hope I will get it done by next week because I'm working, full time. So, but I should be getting it done for next week. Well, good to see you too, Charles. I haven't seen you around in a while. Okay, you guys. Bye, Richard. Well, you all have a good night or good morning. Some of you have a good morning now, right? and Laura and Mashta, we need to talk to video chat at one point for your rune reading. So, oh, Michaela, You were here. I didn't say hello. I'm sorry. I didn't see you. I'm sorry, 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 sorry. So if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to. All right. I'm going to stop that here now because this is tradition that I have to say goodbye for 10 minutes, right? And Max, we see you tomorrow in class. It's Wednesday. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for coming and listening to me mumbling and everything. And yeah, you have a great evening or great morning. And I love you. Bye-bye.